Poppy is evil? On the surface, Poppy is an innocent character who wants to help us to kill the prototype. In Chapter 3, she reveals that he is the one who trapped her in her gas-filled glass case, and that catnap filled it with the red smoke. He's also the reason why the Hour of Joy even happened. It's very convenient that we find someone like Poppy in the first chapter. She's a friend who's willing to help us uncover the horrific past of the factory, as well as defeat the entity that caused it to fall. But how do we know for sure that Poppy is on our side? In Chapter 1, Poppy is introduced on a tape.
You are about to see the most incredible doll ever invented.
Poppy then expresses her gratitude for us freeing her.
I wanted to thank you for freeing me. I was stuck in there for so long. Thank you. I'd like to pay you back. There's a train station nearby. It needs a code, and I have it.
However, there's a discernible change in her demeanor following our victory over Mommy. Poppy's happy-go-lucky tone transforms into reluctance to let us go.
She'd put me back in that case, but you saved me. You are perfect. Too perfect to lose.
Fueled by the realization that we have the ability to rescue the toys. This shift results in a more serious and purpose-driven Poppy as we enter Chapter 3. Despite a previous strategy to escape collectively, she now considers it an incorrect choice.
Prototype knows we're coming by now. You try to escape, he'll kill you before you ever reach that front door.
The sudden change in plans may be attributed to our confrontation with Mommy Longlegs in Chapter 2, a moment that brought the prototype's attention squarely on us. The heightened threat may have prompted Poppy to alter her strategy, convincing us to stay and defeat the prototype. Yet, questions linger about the sincerity of her motives.
Well, too long. I had so much time to think and reflect. Time to figure out exactly what I would do when free. We'll set things right.
Is it possible that Poppy just flat out lied to us? She could have put on an act pretending to help, but never intended on us escaping in the first place. Whatever the case is, it seems like Poppy holds more power than we realize. Remember that note the player received in Chapter 1, urging us to find the flower. Well, when we do find it, we see that it's a painting of a poppy flower surrounding a door. And behind that door is where Poppy was being held. Obviously, Poppy couldn't send this letter because she was trapped in the case all that time. So whoever sent it wanted us to find Poppy specifically and wanted us to free her. It makes you wonder how they even knew that we were still alive after the Hour of Joy, and how they sent the letter to us specifically. But that's the theory for another video. But as for why Poppy wanted to be found, perhaps they did this because they knew that she was a mastermind with a plan to defeat the prototype from the very beginning. Hear me out. When Poppy's attitude changes, her sinister tone almost sounds like a superior telling us what to do.
Did you kill her? Good. I'll board the train. We need to leave.
Poppy seems to act very dominant for a toy who's only 2 feet tall. But what's important here is that she's establishing her control. We are capable of doing only what she wants us to do. Notice how Poppy doesn't seem to care about our safety or why we returned to the factory in the first place. This might be a stretch, but even some of the toys seem to recognize Poppy's power. Kissy immediately backs down after pouncing on us. Because Poppy says so, Dogday refers to us as Poppy's angel.
You're Poppy's angel.
Which implies that we're working with her, but as her subordinate, painting Poppy as some god, similar to how Catnap views the prototype. Obviously, the toys aren't building shrines of Poppy or praying to her in hopes of saving them, but Poppy might just have some reputation throughout the factory. She's clearly used to being an authority figure in some capacity. But does this mean Poppy is actually evil? Could she be a bad character with bad intentions? Unless you count the possible lying and belittling dialogue, Poppy hasn't actually done anything bad. She's yet to kill someone or cause purposeful harm that we know of, and the only person she has a vendetta against is the prototype. This is who she considers evil, someone who only cared about themselves and in turn caused a massacre. Can we really put these two characters on the same level when it comes to evilness? We could, if Poppy and the prototype were working together, but there doesn't seem to be much evidence supporting that. Sure, Poppy has done things for us to distrust her, but what if it's for a good cause? Defeating the prototype is not an easy mission. We're up against who knows how many of his villains. They're tall, flexible, fast, violent, and just downright scary. We don't even know how many followers the prototype has in total. We also have to mention the fact that Poppy is very small and fragile. Plus, she's extremely old, and she was made around 1950, and Chapter 3 confirms the present date of 2005, so it's a 55-year gap. And unlike the prototype, Poppy hasn't been collecting toys to make herself stronger. She knows that she isn't equal to Subject 1006 when it comes to size and strength. Her brain, however, could possibly put up a fight. Take a look at how she's described.
You are about to see the most incredible doll ever invented. Her name is Poppy, and she is the first truly intelligent doll in the world. A little girl can talk to her. Poppy gives her answers. She is the first doll actually able to have a conversation with a child.
Now, this is a stretch, because they're obviously referring to the advanced technology that exceeded the 1950s, but it still does make a valid point. Poppy isn't stupid, and she knows what she's doing. Scientists working in Playtime labs have spent time, money, and energy into perfecting Poppy and her intellect. She can problem solve, speak, formulate plans, and think for herself. If there's a toy that could ever match the intelligence of the prototype, it's certainly Poppy. So what about her role during the Hour of Joy? After showing us the last VHS tape of the game, Poppy says this: "The Hour of Joy raises more questions about Poppy's role. While she claims to have been trapped, her awareness during the chaos and screams raises doubts about the timeline. But again, we are shoved into a spiral of chaos caused by the song Sleep. Well, as this song contains a heavy amount of lore to the game, showing Poppy in multiple scenes with the words torn apart, with a shell-shocked Poppy looking mortified, but of this the true nature of Poppy's intentions and her role in the factory and the Hour of Joy remains shrouded in mystery. Is she a true ally, a hidden adversary, or a complex character navigating a path for the greater good? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out this video for more insights.